final month of 2020. I'm pretty stoked to be here. It's been quite an interesting 2020, a very reflective year. We've been tested a lot when it comes to patience, perspectives, changing the people in our lives that we don't need in there anymore, or who might be pulling our energy in ways that aren't conducive to our future and our desires. I haven't really been focusing on love. It's really been about the personal self. At the end of 2019, I talked a lot about how 2020 was going to be a year of change. Oh boy, was it. And that's really what the whole year just focused on, was the self and how you could get yourself in a better position. As we move forward into 2021, I will be looking at love more. I am going to be looking at love today as well, but I also want to just do a final kind of reflection of really where we've come through the 2020 regarding, your passions, your calling, where you're going, what you can do to be more aware of the wisdom in those lessons that you learned and how you can apply them to 2020. I want to see what piece of advice there is for when you're discouraged, rather than going backwards and regressing towards how 2020 or 2019 was. What are you going to use from all of that towards 2021 to be more constructive, to get more of what you want, to get more of where you're closer to where you're going, where you want to go. And we're going to see what type of what you're going to be pursuing, okay, in 2021. As far as love, I am going to look at that as well. We're going to see kind of what for those of you finding and keeping love, that's really what we're looking at, right? I want to see what that love's going to look like. I want to take a look at what, will the attraction be instant? What will the person be like? And just some basic questions on what to expect, okay? So that's what we're going to focus on in this particular reading as we get into 2021. I'm very excited. We have had a very interesting couple retrogrades. The first one in 2020 was rough. That one was really, really tough for a lot of people, including myself. This one that we've had in the latter part of the year, in November, that one was a very helpful retrograde. I hope a lot of you felt that. It brought a lot of those reflection points forward and helped bring in some positive motivational energy from the heart, using those emotions a little bit, and also with that Scorpio energy, and with the Libra energy, we've got balance coming together that we can bring into 2021, okay? So let's take a look and see how things are looking for you, and if you have any questions, let me know. All right, guys, I have a couple sales going on, okay? My rates are still 50% off through the end of the year. If you are interested in a Reiki session, they're all on sale right now. Normally they are $40, and that's for half an hour or to clear whatever chakras are blocked. But I'm doing them for $25, okay? The assessment is free. It's down below. We can see what at least is blocked so you have an idea. Just do it. It's free. You might as well. In addition to that, if you're looking to just kind of get a reset, if you're not feeling 100% just solid on where you're at, I do have a soul manifestation journal. I developed this myself when I was in that exact position. I did this so that it was a hands-on, interactive kind of guide to get the mind going, to get that soul connected, to get thoughts and ideas kind of flowing, and just to help you get back in that direction that you feel connected and solid and secure and confident with where you're going. Those are on sale. They're $15. That's it. They're normally $30, but I just want to be able to help as many people as possible. It allows me to keep printing them, so it's really not a lot of profit for me, but it's something huge for you, and I just want to be able to help and heal. That information's down below. You can go to Heal to Manifest. That's heal, the number 2, manifest.com, and get all that information. You can schedule and book appointments, get your assessment. Everything's there, or down in the description box below. Okay, guys? So enough said. Let's take a look at how your life and love is going, all right? Well, happy birthday, Sagittarians. Let's see. You're up first, all right, and see how things are going for you for December. Alrighty, now, we'll do one more shuffle. And see, let's just get a good idea here on what adventure is calling for you as we are approaching 2021, okay? The 10 of Cups and the Hangman. 10 of Cups tried to pop out there in the reverse. So the 10 of Cups is really focusing on happiness, commitment, marriage. In December, you are maybe a little upside down about the idea of this, regarding maybe you're just kind of, there's a fear of commitment, okay? Being in the reverse, it is possible that there's kind of, maybe not a dispute, it could be, but it's more just an outlook that's, I get this anxiety is what I'm getting. The Hangman also would indicate that there's that you're a bit kind of hung up on the idea of sacrificing fully for that. You're still coming into that awakening of how you feel, of what you want, and family and marriage and commitment, I do feel like is a big one for you. That is the focal point. The hangman shows me that there's a need to surrender to the higher path, to what brings importance, what brings you happiness, okay? Now, what is changing? Let's take a look. What about that is changing? So for you guys, we're talking family here. Five of Wands in the reverse is changing. So the Five of Wands in general is about having kind of a pointless waste of energy, waste of time. You're just kind of going after something that is pointless, really. It's from an ego-based need. That's changing. You're getting ready to think of things from a more, I would imagine, sorry guys, like communication, or maybe I just need to go clear my throat, but I haven't had any issues with my throat all day. So anyway, communication is huge. Okay, I would imagine that that's a big one. And not feeling that, that's a lot of cards, not feeling that restriction when it comes to opening that door. Okay, you are changing the conflict that you have. Maybe it's envy, maybe it's jealousy, maybe it's just you've been coming into your own, and so you haven't really been focusing on this. Maybe you've been focusing on other things to do with family, but things are expanding in this matter, okay, and in this department. What wisdom are you learning? Okay, and this doesn't necessarily have to do with family, but it looks like it does. So the Two of Cups and the Three of Cups, both in the reverse. Wow. So it looks like you've been fighting the grain a little bit here, Sag, when it comes to love, when it comes to commitment. Okay, maybe not a little bit, maybe a lot. But there's no reason to pursue or convey a loveless relationship or marriage or commitment with yourself and your higher self. At this point, it's time to leave that depression and that emotional imbalance behind. Get rid of the sadness, ground it, let it go, release it, okay? And find your true soul path, surrender to what is just standing at your doorstep wanting to come in and make you happy and bring you happiness. But I kind of think you've been fighting a little bit. How can you align to bring more of what you want? The Seven of Cups. Organize all of that chaos in your mind, all that emotion. There's a lot of confusion and a lot of there's a lack of self-trust with who you are in the relationship, with what you can bring to the relationship. I mean, this is about, kind of just being just very indecisive, and that's the best way you can come into alignment with everything, is to decide, make some decisions, get out there and just kind of make it, yours, make it what you want. This is all about you. You don't have to do it according to anybody else's rules. This is the life journey, the human experience. I mean, it's all about how you want to pursue it, but you know what doesn't work. You know what does work, and you know that continuing to fight the grain and regress towards old cycles isn't the way to go. Instead, why don't you just pursue this from a non-dependent, non-addictive, need for something kind of a mentality, and come at this with solidity, with knowing, with courage, with confidence, okay? Okay. Now, what kind of higher self-training are you pursuing this next year? I want to see kind of what are you, is it work, is it love, is it self, and what are you expanding on, when it comes to those bigger things? Oh my. Okay, so whatever imbalance has been going on in your emotions, okay, I feel like you're going to be given something that allows you to heal from this old energy, from these wounds. Something's coming your way to help bring that back into perspective, okay? What you don't want is to do something that you know doesn't work. You've already gone through that. You don't need to pursue that route. This is saying that you are expanding spiritually, you're expanding in your love life, you're expanding in your heart space, and you're finding and making balance in this department, okay? This is what you're pursuing on a higher level to come to a connection, to come to a higher understanding, a more spiritual, a more meaningful understanding and position, okay? Where should you look for inspiration if you don't feel passionate or you're lacking, you know? Well, I would say reflect on the things that created the insecurity. You know, it's not like go and dwell on it, but just be aware of it. That way you can utilize the experience and the knowledge from those resources, from that experience, to apply it in a positive way towards your current reality. Okay, you don't want to oh my gosh, you don't want to, you know, baste in it and just kind of feel this depression, but you just want to kind of put a foot in, get a quick reminder, take that foot out, apply it where it needs to go, move on, you know what I mean? I hope that makes sense. Okay. Now, as far as finding love, okay, I think we've established quite a bit when it comes to that department, but I want to specifically ask, when it comes to finding love, where are we going with this? Okay. So you're going from a place of maybe just daydreaming, maybe you're a little bit bored, maybe you're just not sure, maybe you're just wasn't 100% connected, to a very nice connection here with somebody. I see a relationship taking place, a breakthrough when it comes to love and when it comes to your emotions. I feel that the more you're able to have accomplished and you're maintaining all of those energies that we just talked about, this is going to come much more easy than you think. Let's put it that way. Okay. Will this attraction be instant? Yeah, you bet. This is going to be somebody that's very much an instant connection. I mean, you're going to feel something right away. And you're going to have some challenges. You know, it's not going to be 100% easy. And in challenges, I mean, like, you're going to have to be patient sometimes. You're going to have to, you know, think of the other person's level of satisfaction. You're going to have to keep yourself kind of in check and be proud of that. Be proud to want to be that, in that high level of vibration for somebody else and for yourself. And that jives very nicely. As long as you're doing it for yourself first, the other comes and it works out very nicely. Okay? All right. And what will help in this situation? You know, if a situation comes up, what will help a challenge? Don't go back to not communicating. Keep your communication open. Okay, if you need to seek counsel or advice, do so. But don't get so caught up in your tunnel vision that you don't pursue it properly. Okay. Anything else about that? Let the wheel just kind of take its natural course, okay? Big changes, lots of good luck coming your way. This is destiny. Just go with the flow and remember that everything happens for a reason, okay? I'm curious on I was curious on how you two will meet, and it looks like there will be quite an intuitive connection here. You might meet because there's something, you know, emotional where you just kind of went out and, you know, took a leap of faith and decided, you know what, I'm doing this, I'm feeling good, I want to do it. And you just go ahead and go meet them while you're out and about. Or I don't know, I was just kind of curious on what came up. But it looks like something that is pretty solid from the very beginning. Like there's a knowing that you guys have, you know, a connection together. So I love this energy. I hope that it all works out well. If you want to look at your personal situation, please let me know. You know, this is a general reading, so take what fits and leave the rest. And otherwise, much love to you guys, and I can't wait to see you in 2021. Bye, and happy birthday.